Hey, I'm Lori, and today we're going to be going through how to make 4x4 pieces of wood into adorable Christmas presents. So make sure you stay to the end and subscribe for more videos like this. So I'm going to take some 4x4s, just some extra pieces I had laying around, and I'm going to cut three different pieces, one at 12 inches, one at 10 inches, and one at 8 inches, and then we will take those and make them into presents. This is a 12-inch. Then we have 10 and 8. So these are going to be presents. You could also make them into candlesticks. We'll be going through that as well, just not today. So we're going to use burnt umber for these. Okay, so these blocks here, they have some little spots on them. It also has these numbers on it. So I'm just going to take a little sanding block, just kind of get the edges so that nobody scratches themselves on it. Okay. There's one. Really, it's a good idea to do this anytime you're doing these because they're not going to be perfect. And I try to get at least some of the words off so they won't bleed through. That. This is just a small little sanding block. This one, let's get a better one. Nope, that's the other side of that. There we go. That's the ones I made slightly angled to show something else. So we don't want to use that one. Okay. Okay. See how it has all this on here? Oh, we don't want that on there. So if you can at least lighten it some, then it won't show through as much. There we go. All I want to do is get any loose wood pieces off. Okay. There's another loose piece. There we go. These are cute, but they're also rustic, so it's not going to matter if there's a little bit. Okay. If there's a little bit of roughness on it. Alright, so now we're going to do, so what we want is for it to look like there's stain on the bottom. So to do that, we're going to do our little trick with our baby wipe. Okay. One good thing about this is it's going to dry a lot faster than the ones that we painted. Okay, let's get that. We'll get over those words a little bit darker. Okay. A lot of times the places like Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, and places like that, they will have scrap pieces. They'll have a little bucket that has scrap pieces in it, and you can often go find pieces like this that you can use. You can also find them to use to make signs. So it's a really good place to start. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's do these. I am going with the grain of the wood. There we go. So what's great about these is they're table sitters, and then you can make other things to match it, like using the same ribbon. It makes a great thing that you can take pictures with. A little bit more. Okay, there we go. There we go, there's that one. This one has a lot of rough edges. Which will make it nice and rustic. So what I'll do is kind of push it in to those little pieces and then kind of rub it off. That one's had it. Let's start with a new one. Okay, there we go. Let's get a little bit more paint. Okay. Go. The most important thing when you're looking at these woods is just to make sure that it's not warped, because that's the one thing you can't really correct, is the warping. Okay, there we go. Now let's do the top. We're gonna need a little bit more. Yep. Have you ever done these, Debbie? Okay, let's get the top here. There we go. All right. So now they look like they're stained. They look really good. Get that little piece. Okay. And they're already pretty much dry. Okay. So I'm going to do the bottom of these.
Because it is more of a stain application, it does dry a lot faster. And it dries a lot faster than paint, and it dries a lot faster than stain. So it's a win-win. Okay. So we got these ready. All right, now we're gonna take these that we stained. So these are little foam plates, and they work really well for painting. I like it because it has little compartments. It makes it easier. Okay. I've got red and green. Okay, so green in here, much better. Okay. Here. Okay. There we go. All right, now. I'll do it. Oh, here we are. Okay, so I'm just going to take a brush. I'm going to brush over it. The red. So there's a lot of different ways you can do these. You can do them so that they look really rustic, in which case you would just kind of brush this on like this, and you can still see the stain from in there. Yep, it's acrylic paint. Let's do this one red. I want to do this one in green. Okay. So these are going to look like presents. Okay. Did Sherry join? So we are going to put ribbon around these, so you won't have to make it absolutely perfect, because it is going to have a little ribbon stuff around it. And these, the presents are, there's a 12-inch, a 10-inch, and an 8-inch, and then they can sit together. And we have 2 red and 1 green. Just so we can make it a little different to have the 1 green in there. Okay. All right. Set that there. Fix my finger mark. Okay. All right. I'll come back in a little bit after I do school and lunch, and we'll finish these up. Let's look at our blocks. Yeah, that looks good. So the green one looks really good. Might have just a couple of spots. So I see a couple of spots that I need to kind of fix. Let's do that. There. Looks pretty good. There's a few spots up here. So we have the stain kind of coming through a little bit. But I don't want it to look like there's paint missing. So I'll kind of cover those spots a little bit. Like that. Right there. There. All right. So what we can do with this one is we'll take our sanding block and then just kind of sand some of these edges here. So it kind of looks like some of the paint is coming off. You want it to look more like wear. Like that. So that's mostly why I'm doing kind of the edges, because that's where it would wear, is at the edges. Okay. Like that. This last one. There we go. There. See, so all it does is just kind of wear the edges a little bit. Okay, so that's the green. Green looks pretty good. Let's see the red. So the red definitely looks like it has more of the stain showing through, but that's okay. It all depends on how you want it to look, as to whether you want it to look, if you don't want it to look rustic, then just paint it again. If you want it to look rustic, farmhousey, then let it stay like that. Okay. And get those edges like that. See how it just kind of takes a little bit off? And then this one, same thing. Okay. there. Okay, and here. Okay, but I do want to cover this up a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. We're going to work on our blocks, our presents. So this is just a little bit of, you know, greenery here. These are like the leather leaf. Okay. Right, and I have some Christmas ribbon that I think will look really cute on these presents. It just says Merry Christmas, has a little like eucalyptus wreath around it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna measure it out real quick like this. I'm gonna have just a little overlapping. Okay. So I'm gonna need a second piece this size. Let's see what size this is. It is about 33 inches. Okay, so we need another one. Brown paper's the best. All right, now, to put these on, you can use a lot of different things. You can use hot glue, or you can use these Insta-Tackies. I like to use these sometimes because they're just easier. So we're gonna wrap it just like a present. What you can do is find the center, okay, right here. And you wanna make sure it's going up so you can read the words. All right, and then right where that center is, take one of your little Insta-Tacky, these are just glue dots. Okay, and you pull them back and they kind of stick on the little paper. The trick is not to touch it. So place it down, let it stick, and then pull the plastic back, and the little glue dot will stay on the fabric. Okay. If you stick them to your hand, it's hard to get off. All right, so we're gonna put this down right there. Just press down. Make sure it is in the center first. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right. I can put one going up the side, and I like to do that just to make sure it's not going to move. So I've got another one here. Let's put one there. So see, you just pull that back, and then it leaves it on the little paper about halfway. Okay, so I'll just pull it up. The reason I like to do this as opposed to hot glue is because with the hot glue, it can leave like a little spot in the ribbon and makes it look not quite as nice. Okay, so let's do it on this side. Okay. One at the top. one in the middle. Well, about right here maybe. Okay. That. Okay. There we go. See how cute that is? Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Except, I forgot to say, you got to flip this. Got to flip this. The second side needs to be flipped because this has words on it. So I'm going to put one at the top here. There. Down the center. And then we'll do one at the bottom. So remember, if you have words, you have to flip that ribbon or it's not going to look right. Okay. There we go. All right, now. Okay, so then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. All right. So let's see. This one is going the correct way. Let's figure out where the center is. Okay, we're going to cut where that center is so that we can fix it. This one goes up. Okay, so this is up down here. Oh, here they are. Okay, so take your little dot. I'm going to put it right in the middle. Run that one across. Take my other dot. Put it there. Okay, and then I'll put that one there. Okay. I'm going to put one more dot on the bottom. Make sure that's going to stay. Okay. There we go. Now on the bottom, I can put my hot glue because you're really not going to see that, and it will hold it a little better. So when my glue's a little bit better, we'll go back down and we'll hot glue that down. Keep it together. Okay, now let's do a dot there. And these are not bad at all. It's like, what, $3.50 for a big thing of them. So, and there's 120 in a pack. Okay. Alright, so we'll put this one up close to the top. Okay. Pull that up. Press that down. Same thing on the other side. Very easy to get your fingers on. Just be careful you don't, because it's a challenge to get it off your finger. And it will take some of the sticky away. Alright, there we go. So now see, all of our Merry Christmas is going in the correct direction. Okay. Now, we're going to take a little glue. Let me get this off. Okay. All right, so let's go to the bottom first. All right. All right, I've got some glue. I'm just gonna run some glue across it. A little bit on the edges. There we go. So nobody's gonna see the bottom. The bottom is where it sits, so you're not gonna see that. I'll just take up any excess. Let it dry for a second. That's pretty good. Okay. At the top, just kind of put some here. Place that down. Put a little bit there. Place that down. And that down. There we go. All right. Now we got our basic present. We want to put a little bow on the top, and we want to put a little bit of this greenery. So, kind of trim this off. I want to get up really close to the edge. All right, just like that. And then it's wired, so I'm gonna pull it up like this. Those two pieces there. We are gonna staple those in, okay? It's an awkward angle because it's much taller than me. All right. Get that one there. Whoops, had it upside down. Okay. There we go. All right, so I have those stapled in. All right, now we can just make a little bow. So you don't need a giant bow for this because it's small. So maybe like, what is that, like a 3-inch loop? Yep, okay, 3-inch loop that is. So let's cut like a 15-inch piece, 2 15-inch pieces. Okay. You're just going to overlap it like this. So you want to do them this way because it has the writing on it. You can use your glue. Right, just a dab on the bottom, a dab right there. Okay, like that. Set that one there. Okay. You don't need to get out a bow maker for these. They're just real simple. Okay. I just use the glue just to make it a little bit easier. Okay. We're going to pinch them up like this. Okay. Just like that. See how cute that is? Okay. What I'll do is use just a tiny little bit of wire. Not a lot, just a little bit. This is just a 26 gauge wire. Okay. I'll go to the middle, pull it in the back, and then I'm going to twist the bow and keep the wire straight. Like that. Just trim it off. I don't need that. Okay. Now, then take another piece. I don't know how long this is. This is about 14 inches. We're gonna go around the center like that. See, I just pulled it around the center like that. Then we're gonna staple it. There's one side. With these, you really do kind of want to staple them. Okay, there we go. Now, there. And then we can dovetail. Look how cute that is. You could also put little berries on it. So there's the first one. Isn't that cute? Set that over here. All right, so then we're gonna go to the green one. We're gonna do the exact same thing. So take our ribbon. All the way around, overlapping slightly. Because remember, we have to have a little extra to account for those words. Okay, so the 10-inch requires about 28.5-inch piece. Okay. So let's find the center, just like that. Cut that. Let's find this center. Cut that. All right. Now, let's start at the bottom. Okay, we gotta have our words going like this. You wanna make sure it's gonna go all the way across both. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little hot glue. That's gonna hold the bottom better. So I'll go ahead and put a little hot glue. There we go. A little bit on this side. Okay, and it needs to go this way. There we go. There. Now, we're going to do our little glue dots here. Okay, one there. One there. Okay, let's do the other side. One there. Glue strings. Alrighty. Might have it up too high. Okay, there we go. Alright. There. Okay. Do a little bit here. Just going to kind of go in the middle, both of them. You don't need a ton at the top because remember you will be using staples up there, so you won't need a ton. Okay. What the heck? All right. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other ones. Okay, so it needs to go this way. Put a little bit there. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. There. Okay, here. Make sure you are going the right way and you have enough to get across. Okay, we're going to put a little bit on there because we want that to stay down. Okay. I don't want to put staples on the bottom because it's not going to sit flat if I do that. Okay. Here we go. So one at the bottom. This green one is cute. One at the top. If it looks like your ribbon is really not sitting down well, you can do a couple more. Okay. There. Now, if you did, if you did the 3x3 blocks instead of the 4x4, I would do. I do too. I would do maybe 1.5 inch ribbon instead of the 2.5. So you want to be able to see some of the color on the sides. There. So don't do so much that you can't see it. All right, now we're going to do our greenery again, but this time we're going to make it smaller, right? So this is a shorter one. I'm going to just cut it a little bit in. That one was a little easier to do because it's not as tall for us short people. There we go. Okay, this one. All right. Now for the bow. My heel fell off. There we go. All right, for the bow. So we want like a 3-inch little loop. Okay. So we can just take it like this. Do a little 3-inch. That. Yep. No twisting. Very important. So we're going to do this one by hand. Just so you can see a couple different ways. That. Okay. All right. So I'm just coming around. I'm not twisting, and then I'm just pinching and holding it in my fingers. Again, just coming around. I'm kind of slightly bigger than that one. And then pull this out like that. And we can just take some of our wire. Go around it. So this is not a big bow, so you don't need a zip tie or anything like that because it is a very simple bow. All right. There we go. Just tighten it. Trim it off. There, like this. Okay. Now I want to staple these little tails. It's just going to hold everything together a little bit better if I do. Okay. See, we kept all our words because we did not twist anything. There we go. Oh, how cute. See, now look. You'll kind of get an idea of what they're going to look like. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, let's do this one. So all the way around, slightly overlapping, about there. This one is, okay, this one's about 25 inches. So this is the 8-inch piece. Okay. Start with the bottom. Just a little bit of glue across here. Okay, so it needs to go with the words going towards the top. There. Okay, then we'll trim off here. Trim off here. Then we'll have the sides. Let's go ahead and get them all. Okay. I want to get some on the sides here so I can get these other two going. All right, so they have to go like this. Okay. And like this. Yes. All right. And I just want to put a little bit across just to make sure it's gonna stay down. So it's mostly gonna stay down just because the weight of it will keep it. All right, now let's do the sides. one there. They're cute, aren't they? Okay. And they cost very little to make. So, that one. Okay. Whoop. There. Okay. This side. One there. Whoop. One there. One last side. One there. Okay. One there. There we go. Now, at the top, let's put a little blue in the middle. That one down, a little glue, that one, and then that one. Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay, now. What do I do with that? Oh, here it is. Okay, two more little pieces of greenery. All right. Cut it kind of up here. There. All right. Staple that one. Make sure you're bending them. Okay, that one here. There we go. I'm almost done, Bella. Okay, now. Let's do pretty small. It's like a little 2-inch. So I'm just pinching. Come across. Pinch. Okay. Then just flip over, pinch in the center, flip over, pinch in the center, like that. Trim this off. Little tiny bit of wire. Okay. When you put the wire around, hold the wire and twist the bow. So don't twist the wire, twist the bow. You're going to get a better twist if you do it that way. Okay, then you just want to straighten it out. Now I like my tails going on either side so that I have more of the bow. I'm gonna trim off the wire. You can put a little bit of glue right in the center here to kind of push the bow down. If the bow feels like it's kind of moving around to you, you can do that to keep the bow down. And then you'll take your stapler again and do the little ribbon tail. Okay. All right, now. Then I just kind of move my loops so you don't see those staples. Trim the tails off here. That. There. Now watch. Look how cute this is. How cute is that? Isn't that so cute? See, you've got one that's a different color than the other two, but aren't they adorable? Okay. All right, so we didn't use a lot of ribbon. You can also take, some little berries and put some of the berries in as well. See, that looks super cute. So there's a whole bunch of ways that you can, customize the top, and then you just kind of go along with whatever ribbon you picked. So this would be a great project for the Sam's ribbon, because you can get the 50-yard rolls for like $7 or $8. Bye, y'all.